report. Now, despite losing her primary for Senate in Texas, Jasmine Crockett just can't seem to go away, this time taking aim at her own state. Take a look at what she said this time.
Unfortunately, most bad ideas come out of Texas. Whether we look at what the Heritage Foundation did as they went after quote unquote CRT and introduced those bills, or the heartbeat bills, or the voter suppression bills, this didn't happen overnight.
All right. Meanwhile, following last week's Supreme Court ruling, Republicans could add 14 new House seats. Earlier today, Tennessee passed a new map, adding 1 GOP seat, adding on to potentially 5 new seats in Texas, 4 in Florida, 1 in both North Carolina and Missouri. Let's see what Indiana does. Special sessions now have been called in both Louisiana and Alabama, which could also add seats, with other states possibly following suit. Texas Governor Gov Abbott is here with reaction. Governor, we got to be really clear here. The people that mastered the art of gerrymandering districts to death, even though it was unconstitutional, are the Democrats. Now, Republicans finally are saying, no, we're not going to take it anymore.
Sean, you're spot on. So look at the entirety of all of the New England states. In all of New England, there are millions of Republican voters, and yet there is no member of the United States Congress who is a Republican. So they drew their lines a long time ago to eliminate Republicans in Congress. And what has happened across America is lines have been drawn illegally based upon race. And now in the aftermath of this Supreme Court decision, all the states are beginning to correct their maps that were drawn illegally for racial-based purposes. We all know that discrimination on the basis of race is wrong, including in drawing congressional districts. And as you pointed out, with the addition of Florida, now Tennessee, other states stepping up, I applaud Louisiana, I applaud Alabama for joining what Texas actually began. It was Texas that led this effort from the start, adding 5 new Republican seats. We knew what was coming. We course corrected the Texas map. It's essential that all other states in America do the same thing to course correct what Gavin Newsom did, what's done in Illinois, what's done there in New York, and Republicans can fight fire with fire, and we're going to win it.
You know, it's interesting that Abigail Spanberger basically tried to take the entire state, and even though Donald Trump got 46% of the vote, and make it all Democrat, guess what? They didn't follow their own state constitution. It'll never meet judicial scrutiny. It's going to backfire, don't you think?
Well, of course it is. And of course, it's really backfiring politically for the governor of Virginia, because what she did was contrary to what she said she would do on the campaign trail. And as you're pointing out, what she did was to disenfranchise almost half of her state constituents. And so that will backfire badly in Virginia, just like what Gavin Newsom did and others have done. It's going to backfire, and Republicans with the new line drawing should add more than a dozen new seats to the United States Congress who are Republicans.
Governor, put me down as a person that says there's a reason you have a mass migration into your state, out of states like California. Why? Because it's a business-friendly state. Governor, great job. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, thanks for watching. Check out my new podcast, Hanging Out with Me, Sean Hannity. The big interviews, the debates you won't get anywhere else. Like and subscribe for new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.